Issue 34. Part-time job.
My husband and I have been arguing about something for several weeks. We need the opinion of an unbiased outsider. Our son is 17. He wants to work in a shopping mall after school and on weekends. Several of his friends are employed there. They make only a few dollars an hour. We are upper middle class people. Our son gets an allowance and does not need to work. I'm opposed to his taking this job because his grades are only fair, and if he works, they will get worse. His father says our son needs the discipline that a job will provide, plus it will teach him how to handle money. He keeps reminding me that he worked at various jobs after school starting when he was 14, and they prepared him for a successful career. Which one of us is right?
Comprehension. 1. What have the couple been arguing about? 2. What do they need now? 3. What does their son want to do? 4. How much can their son make if he works in the mall? 5. Why is the mother opposed to her son's working? 6. What are the reasons her husband says their son should work?
Let's talk. 1. Who is right, the husband or the wife? 2. Talk about the good and bad things about youngsters having part-time jobs. 3. What kind of part-time jobs do you think are right for teenagers, for college students? 4. Do you think teenagers can successfully balance work and study? 5. Do you think they have a right to spend the money they make any way they wish? 6. How can we teach our children the value of money? 7. How do you or your children get pocket money?
Opinion samples. 1. There is a great deal of validity in what her husband says, but a teenager's principal job should be studying. If he is doing no better than fair, it would be foolish to let him work in the mall. Too often schoolwork suffers when mediocre students take on part-time employment, and frequently their paychecks go for motorbikes, second-hand cars, record albums, leather jackets, drugs, and alcohol. In many homes, it is essential for teenagers to work to help buy food and clothing for the family, or save up for college. But in affluent cases, like this, the wife should tell her husband to forget it. Question: should adults let young children work to support the family financially?
2. I think there is nothing to worry about if the boy has a part-time job. He is 17, so he is old enough to balance his studies and his work. I agree with her husband. He needs to learn how difficult and how precious it is to make money. This will give him good sense and practice in spending money. I think that practical knowledge is more important for him at his age than the more academic knowledge he gets in school. Question: how does practical knowledge complement academic knowledge? Issue 34. Part-time job.
I want to get a job.
But you're still in school. Don't you need to study?
Of course I do. Do I look like a genius?
No, you look like an ordinary student, one who needs to study hard to get good grades. Nothing wrong with that. That's most people.
But I'm bored with studying. I want to do something else for a change.
Then go out with your friends. See a movie.
But I never have enough money. If I had a job, I could do that more often. Then I could force myself to study more effectively, and I wouldn't waste so much time daydreaming and reading the same sentence over and over.
You just need a little discipline, that's all.
I agree. That's why I want a part-time job. It would force me to become more disciplined.
But what would you do?
I don't know. Work in a fast food restaurant, I suppose. The hours seem flexible enough, and I should be able to work around my class schedule.
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never had any job.
It's not as easy as it looks. It's a really hectic, busy place to work. You always have to be doing something constructive, put up with a lot of rude customers and rude bosses too, and you have to smile like an idiot no matter what happens. It's a real stressful job, and you sure don't get much money for it either.
It sounds like you've done it.
I tried it one summer. I hated it. I quit after 1 week.
Then what did you do?
Nothing. I just played around with my friends during the day and went home every night. I didn't have any real expenses, and my parents gave me the little bit of money I needed.
But I don't want to do that. I've done that long enough. I want to start making my own way. Then I'll be in control of my own life, and I won't have to do what someone else tells me.
Nobody at all except your boss and your customers. Only the rich do what they like.
Well then, the only way I'm ever going to be rich is if I start working. I sure don't have any wealthy relatives I can inherit a fortune from.
Questions. 1. What is the value of having a job? 2. What are the disadvantages of work? 3. Why is he interested in working in a fast food restaurant?